Good day, everyone. I am Miss Mbele for Office Administration, Personal Assistance, and Level 4. We continue with our lessons. Today's lesson is Topic 3, Customer Complaints, and we still use the same material or reference book, Personal Assistance NQF Level 4, textbook TVET First by MacMillan. For this lesson, we are going to consider page 118 to page 123 of our textbook. Topic 3, Lesson 1. In this lesson, we are going to cover Module 9, Part A. Identify customer complaint, meeting customer expectations, nature of other customer complaints. Identify customers' complaint. We need to ask ourselves, why do customers complain? There are different reasons that make customers complain in any organization. The customers can complain because of poor service within our staff members. Customers can complain because of the quality of the product or services that we offer. It can be a poor quality, and then they will complain. If the product or service does not meet customers' expectation, then the customers will complain. If the customer is unhappy about the product or service, the customer has bought the product or service, but she or he is not happy about the end results, then the customer will complain. These are just a few customer complaints that we can experience within an organization. The first one, which is customer expectation. We need to ask ourselves, what is customer expectation? When a customer buys a product or they buy service from us, they've got a certain expectation. They are looking forward to see or gain certain results when they are buying a certain product or service. The level of product and service lets customers know what they can expect and what type of service or product they are being offered when they buy a product from our organization. Another one is product or service level. There are different levels of services within the product of service level. There is core benefit level. When we talk about the core benefit level, is the basic service or benefit that the customer is really buying. When I am buying a bottle of water, I am buying to quench my thirst. When I'm buying a loaf of bread, I just want to make sure that I put away hunger from my stomach. So that is the core benefit or a basic service that I'm looking for when I am buying the product. That is the product or service level. So which means that when I buy that product, it must satisfy my basic service or the core benefit level. Expected product or service level. When I buy a product, I expect certain conditions to happen. A set of attributes and conditions buyers normally expect when purchasing products or services. When you buy a certain product, it must give you certain features. That's why we're saying that attributes and conditions buyers normally expect. Like in an example that we are giving here, it's a smartphone. I am buying access to social media, access to internet when I buy a smartphone. So those are the benefits that I am expecting from that particular product. So I can complain if the product is not giving me those benefits. Argumented product or service level is to increase value of something, product or service that exceeds customers' expectation. If I buy a certain makeup, when I put on that particular makeup, I need to look as if I didn't put any makeup at all, and it mustn't smudge on other people's clothing or even my clothing as well. So which means that the product that I am buying, it has increased the value of the makeup that I am using. Potential product or service level. A product or service that will not only satisfy customers, but it will also delight them. When you are driving a sport car, you've got this comfort and speed that you gain when you are driving that particular product. It doesn't mean that you've got that car that will take you from point A to point B, but there's also a product, or it's also a product or service that also satisfy a certain a need within me as a customer. It delights me to drive that particular car. That's what we are talking about potential product or service level. Meeting customer expectation. As a business, we need to meet customers' expectation. When the customer buys a product or service and they are not happy about it, or it does not meet his or her expectation as communicated by the business, whether in advertisement, in marketing, or whether it's written in the product itself, in the ingredients, the customers won't be happy. So we need to meet customers' expectation. The customer can see a need to complain if the product does not meet their expectation. The customer can also see a need to find an alternative, another product. Let's say I buy Albany bread, but one day I'm not happy about Albany bread. I can go for Sasco. That's what we are talking about when we talk about alternative product. It's the same product, it's bread, but it's made by another company. Go to the competitor to get another product or service. If I'm not happy at Checkers, I can go to supermarket to Pick and Pay to buy a product if I am not getting satisfaction at Checkers. That's what we are talking about when we're saying that meeting customers' expectation. So our products and services must meet the customer's expectation. If the customer chooses one of the above, the business might lose future business with the client. So when the customers complain, you need to listen to them as an organization, because if the customer complain or find an alternative or go to another competitor, we will lose that customer. So we need to make sure that when customers complain, we attend to their complaints. But if the customer do complain, it is an opportunity to correct the mistake and keep the client. When the customer complains to us, we make sure that we sort the problem and we give the client good service. We offer them a different product that will keep the customer within our organization, and we don't lose the customer to our competitors. Nature of other customer complaints. Other customer complaints that we can experience, it can be complaints about service related. If the customer is unhappy about our staff members, the way that they treat them. Poor communication between the business and the customers. You'll find that our communication between customers is not what the customers are expecting. You will find that sometimes we promise things and we don't deliver. Poor levels of quality. If we sell a product and it's not of good quality, then we'll lose that customer. Customers expecting a greater quantity of service or product, and they will find that it's less quantity. Like if you buy your family pet chips and you will look at it, and if you open it, you'll find that the quantity within the pack is not what you are expecting. Internal customers must be treated the same way as other customers. We need to treat our internal customers the same way that we treat our external customers. So what I need you to do is to find the difference between internal customer and an external customers. Those are the two different types of customers. We've got internal customers within our organization, and we've got external customers. So look for their meaning, definition, and write it down for me. We'll talk about it in our next lesson. Read page 118 to 123 so that you can understand what is the difference between the two customers. Thank you for listening. This is the end of our topic, and not our topic, of our lesson. Thank you.